everyone, Twin Star here. Who's excited for Commander Legends? I know I sure am. So I've pieced together my reprint wish list for this first ever EDH focused Magic set. All of the cards featured in today's video are in high demand these days thanks to Commander. As such, the price of these cards continues to climb due to the success of the format. And for Magic players who are budget-minded like myself, it can be hard to swallow the hefty price tag of these cards sometimes. Thankfully, this is a perfect time for Wizards of the Coast to offer up some tasty reprints. The official release date for Commander Legends is less than a month away, November 20th to be exact. This Commander Focus set will consist of 361 different cards. 165 of them will be new cards. That means that more than half of the set will be reprints. I'm hoping for a bunch of staple reprints, and considering that this set is dedicated to EDH, I would guess we're going to get some nice ones. Like most of you, I have a pretty specific list of reprints I'm hoping to see. Some of them I need for my own collection. Others I already own but feel like a vast majority of EDH players may be struggling to get their hands on. I mean, should any of us really be paying $70 for an uncommon land card that could have easily been reprinted a few times over at this point? With that, it's time to get the wheels rolling on my top 10 reprints I hope to see in Commander Legends. To start things off, we have Bloom Tender coming in at number 10. Bloom Tender was originally printed in the set Eventide. In total, the card has only seen 2 printings, the original Eventide version, and 1 reprint in the more recent Mystery Booster product. And that's it. The current market price for Bloom Tender is $26. Granted, it's a staple in 5-color decks, but come on, $26 for a fragile mana dork? Come on, Wizards, you got this. Moving on to number 9, we have Consecrated Sphinx. Consecrated Sphinx has seen a total of 4 printings. However, 2 of those are from extremely low supply runs, Amonkhet Invocations and Secret Lair. Sphinx was originally printed in the Mirrodin Besieged set, and more recently it was offered up in Iconic Masters. The lowest current market price for any of these printings is $32. I'd love to see this come down a bit. It's an extremely powerful card, but not so broken that people shouldn't have easy access to it. It's the type of card that evokes wonderful gameplay stories, and it's a must for any blue commander arsenal. Next up is an oldie but goodie, a card that has only been printed 1 time, Repercussion. This hidden gem from Urza's Destiny has picked up some traction more recently, and now finds itself sitting in the $25 to $30 price range. That's quite a bit for a red enchantment that really only fits in burn or some kind of direct damage based archetype. My only hope is that they keep the original art if they do reprint this one. Coming in at number 7, it's a big one, Cozalic, Butcher of Truth. This Eldrazi Titan has seen a mere 3 printings in total. The original from Rise of Eldrazi, once more in Modern Masters 2015, and again more recently in Ultimate Masters. Even though we've seen a reprint of Cozalic within the past couple years, it's still pushing $60 on the open market. Sure, Cozalic is a very powerful card, but in reality, it doesn't fit in every deck because of its lofty mana cost. And it probably doesn't see as much actual play as you may think. I'd just like to see it come down to a more reasonable price on the secondary market. At number 6, we have the 5 Medallions. This highly effective cycle of cost-reducing artifacts was originally printed in the old-school Magic set Tempest. They were then included in the Commander 2014 precons, and that's it. Well, with one exception, both Ruby Medallion and Emerald Medallion were also reprinted in Commander anthologies. Oddly enough, the other 3 medallions were not reprinted here. Currently, the highest price tag on the market is for Jet Medallion, which sits around $30. Following that, we have Sapphire Medallion at $20, Ruby Medallion at $15, Pearl Medallion at $11, and Emerald Medallion at $6. I'd really like all these to be a bit more accessible. We've made it to the halfway point of our countdown. Next up is a card I alluded to in the intro, Cabal Coffers. This uncommon non-basic land has seen two printings. It's originally from Torment, also known as the Black Set, and made one more appearance in Plane Chase. Currently, this card will set you back $70. Yes, $70 for this uncommon. It is a bona fide EDH staple, but it simply needs to be made more available to drive the price down. I can say I'm lucky enough to own a copy of Cabal Coffers. But for anyone who doesn't own this card, it's simply disgusting to think of how easily discouraging the price is for this gem. Come on, Wizards, just shift it to rare or mythic rare and get it out there. Cabal Coffers is awesome, but we shouldn't be paying $70 for it. Enough said. At number 4, we have Rings of Bright Hearth. This card has been printed 1.5 times? Well, 2 times actually. It's originally from Lorwyn, and has only been gifted to us 1 time since. And that second print was as a Kaladesh Inventions masterpiece. Super low supply. If you're in the market for Rings of Bright Hearth right now, you'll need to shell out a whopping $60 for it. I believe the price point for this card is bloated simply because it offers a very unique effect that people want, and there's just not a lot of equivalents out there. And it's the type of card that can slot into just about any commander deck. We really need this one. Alright, it's top 3 time. Coming in at number 3 is Mana Drain. Wizards, now is the time. Mana Drain is one of the oldest cards on our list, but somehow has only ever been printed twice. The initial printing was from way back in the day in the set Legends, and we got a shiny reprint a few years back with the release of Iconic Masters. But that's just not enough. The current market will drain you of at least $160 for a single copy of Mana Drain. It's one of the best counter spells ever printed, and an absolute commander staple. I'll be pretty disappointed if we don't see Mana Drain in Commander Legends. Number 2 on our list is Staff of Domination from the set 5th Dawn. Just like Cabal Coffers, Rings of Bright Hearth, and Mana Drain, Staff of Domination has only seen one reprint since its initial release. And again, that lone reprint is a Kaladesh masterpiece, which would set you back over $150 right now. Fortunately, the 5th Dawn version is much more attainable at around $50, but that's still a tough hurdle to cross. Staff of Domination is one of those cards that can fit in just about any commander deck. It's like the Swiss Army knife of Magic cards. Every spellslinger should be able to have the pleasure of playing with this card. The time has come to reveal my number 1 most desired reprint for Commander Legends, Manicrypt. Unlike the rest of our top 5, Manicrypt has actually been reprinted multiple times. It originally showed up back in the early days of Magic as a special promo card. In more recent years, we've seen Manicrypt pop up in Eternal Masters, Double Masters, Mystery Booster, and also as a Kaladesh invention. But even with a steady influx of reprints, the demand for this card continues to rise, and the supply is still not ample enough to appease the masses. The least expensive version of Manicrypt on the market right now is the Mystery Booster version, and even that will set you back $95. Look, there are only a small handful of cards in the history of Magic that really make you feel like you're wielding extraordinary power, and Manicrypt is one of them. Every time I resolve a Manicrypt, it feels amazing. It's an incredibly strong card that can go in any deck, and it's so iconic. We just need it to be more accessible so a broader range of players can get their hands on it. Even if we can get Manicrypt down to around $50 on the secondary market, I would be happy. Fingers crossed. And there we have it, my top 10 most desired reprints for Commander Legends. Honestly, I could see all of these cards being included in the set. And with that being said, I guess you could also consider these as my prediction for high-powered reprints. So, what do you think? Do you have a reprint wish list of your own? Feel free to drop your ideas in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to receive notifications. And if you want to keep up with all the latest from Twin Star MTG, give us a quick follow on Twitter. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.